You want to watch some hot chick get spit roasted
Sure.
by an English and Louisianan, like an Englishman and a Louisiana man? Yeah, let's go.
Guys, that's how
We're
we just.
going to the bayou.
That's how we just opened up, by the way. You're welcome, Rock.
Oh,
How is
they
she
got
supposed to
all
open
that.
up a spit
Oh
roast?
shit, that was not supposed to be the opening.
That was totally the opening. Yes,
God
Jack,
damn it,
because you're not sitting right here and listening to this bullshit.
Jax, why the hell didn't you tell me?
I was busy playing a video game.
Hey, plus
We're
opening.
not here to play video games. You're here to
Hey,
stop me from
Wolf
making
liked it.
mistakes like this.
Wolf liked it. He says A plus, A for effort.
Well, Wolf showed up for the wrong reasons.
Or
God damn
did
it.
he?
You never know.
Okay, maybe not. We got the Englishman and the Louisiana man out here getting ready to spit
You're not
roast
from
in the bayou.
Louisiana. I just don't know where you're from, so I just yell out random
You
states.
said I was from Louisiana.
No, I originally said Kentucky.
Yeah, and then you kept guessing going further and further south.
Yeah, and you kept saying no, so I just kept guessing. And I said it. I know you're not from Louisiana because you don't have a southern accent.
Oh, you're the first person to tell me that.
Hey, how does everyone sound, guys? Good. Wolf.
Uh,
Well, yeah.
Not you.
Not you. You're in here with us.
well, he said guys, and I'm a guy.
Touche. Gotta open with that every time now. Just swap the states every now and again. Everyone sounds good. I plan on switching the states up every single time. Sound like people. Clock says we sound like people, guys. I think we needed to. We fucked
Oh,
up. We're
good.
not. We sound like people. We're
Oh my god, that's
relatable.
speciest.
I identify as a toaster.
Could be that beluga whale that I found the other day.
The beluga whale.
That thing sounds
I
like.
didn't watch that yet.
Yeah, that thing sounds like a human.
Oh my
But
Yeah,
not
god.
I watched
making.
that. That's just sad.
Wow.
It is. It's sad and creepy. Like, I don't know. That
Now I
sound
really
deeply
got it. Now I
disturbed
really
me.
want to watch it. Okay.
It's super short.
It's super short. Like me? I'm not super short.
Yeah, we can't see you for your desk.
So it must be made by some Chinese dick.
Oh my god. I don't think you can say that. I don't think you can say that.
We're not PC guys. We're not. Rog sounds like a gator from Louisiana.
Of course I do.
Okay.
You said I can't say that. I'm like 90% of my chat is just clock saying fuck you or swearing at me.
I do have a lot of teeth. I still have all my teeth, so yeah, it could be a gator.
He's a chomp. He has chompers. Okay, I don't like where my desk is sitting right now. I gotta hire it a little bit. Okay. So, how are you guys today? Even though we kind of went over shit.
I
Aries
didn't go
got
over anything.
Aries got a new phone today, guys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
How long
And he
till
can
it breaks?
actually run Discord now.
He can run Discord now, so now he can annoy all of us any time of the day, guys.
Oh boy. Well, more like I annoy him. Like, I'm always blowing up his DMs like, hey man, I need you to help me figure this shit out. Like, I know you've never played this game before in your life, but what am I doing wrong?
You're always.
I mean, you're
sliding
American.
into
What else are you going to be doing if not blowing stuff up?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. We do a lot
Did
of that.
Aries upgrade to a new flip phone? What you got?
Well, I mean,
Aries?
technically I can flip it. It's just not recommended over a hard surface.
I heard about there's like a new phone or something. I heard a commercial about it where you can like it's a flip phone or something. They're trying
Yeah,
to
but
convince people to get it. I don't know
and
what
they
the fuck it
but
is
they
though.
have screens on both. It's weird.
So they made a
I'd break
3DS.
it.
They made a 3DS phone.
It's a bendy phone.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Ink Machine Bendy or?
I don't know
I
what that
wish.
means.
At least then it'd be worth buying.
Okay. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm Death Kitten. Today we have Aries.
Hi, Dev.
You forgot From the Mitten.
Yes.
From the mitten. I'm Death Kitten from the mitten. People
Oh
call
my god,
me
false
Death.
advertising. What the
Oh
fuck?
my god. The annoying Englishman is Aries, who lives in Ireland. The Englishman who lives in Ireland. Rog, who lives in Louisiana or Kentucky or wherever I feel like he lives.
Yep. This week I live in Louisiana.
No.
I don't know where I'll be next week. We'll find out.
And our guest today is Jack to help us with one of our topics today. Well, he'll probably have commentary on a whole bunch of different topics too, but
I
man, this
told
is
you I
a
only know
terrible
two things on the topic you want me for.
This is a
So.
terrible AA meeting intro. Boo Dusty. You're so mean to me, Clocks. This is a terrible AA meeting. AA's for quitters.
Wait, I don't think we can call her Clucks. We gotta call her something else. The chick from the ring.
The
I'm
chick
pretty
from
sure
chick.
that's what we agreed to call her.
Why?
I mean,
Sakio
that's
or
your
something like
definition of
that?
AA. Mine is arsonist assemble.
Arsonist assemble. Yes. Fuck off, Rock.
But I'm trying to keep her like anonymous, but like give her a shout out so she'll be like, hee hee, they gave me a shout out without anybody really knowing.
She's
But
in
okay,
my
if
chat. She's shouting herself out.
but Clocks, you can't do that. Your name's like Samara or whatever from that movie. We have
I
to
think
call
it's
you that.
Sakio or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sakura. It's not fucking Naruto. I don't know who the
I said
fuck is.
Sakio, not Sakura.
Same
Suck a
thing.
toe.
Now that's gonna be bug me, guys. Okay.
Look it up.
Okay, so Aries got a new phone today. Aries, did anything else happen at work or anything?
I played with some horses.
Oh yeah, you showed me a
Wait,
picture of that.
what? You have fucking horses at your work? I thought you worked at a like grocery store.
Yeah, there's a field next door to it that I think the owner rents out to horse owners to basically cut the grass for free. So
Well,
I just go over
goddamn.
and play with
Oh
the
my
horses
god!
sometimes.
Clocks, we are not doing that right now. I'm not doing jumping jacks on screen. I am not wearing something to do jumping jacks.
Let me see.
Oh, in that
No,
case, you should
what you're
take it
wearing,
off.
what you're
Sing
wearing is fine.
mode. Sing mode.
No, you look good. Start on
Guys,
jumping jacks.
Guys, I didn't wear. Okay. Hold on, guys. I need to shut some shit off real quick. Because Clax is a little is being an asshole right now.
No, Clocks wouldn't do that.
Never. She would never do that.
Clocks is an amazing mother.
Channel points. Yeah, Mama Clocks. Okay. No. 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 Here, you can do no cursing, and that we can turn that one.
Wait, well, if I can't curse, I can't really talk.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the
Fuck,
fuck?
fuck,
And neither can he.
There, I wonder if that'll do that right away. Probably not. I would probably have to stop my stream and restart it. I don't know. I hope. Why are you taking away my funds? Hey, Death, remind me to tell you how the toilets at my work exploded the other day?
Not my fault.
Who did that?
I demand my point. I'll give you your points back once I figure out how.
Yeah, I was already going to do it so she could do it again.
You're such a jerk.
I
I
have no
want to
idea
know
how to
why
do
the
it though.
toilets
Richard,
exploded.
we should protest Wolf. Okay, Wolf, we can we if you want to tell that to us right now, we can pull you in because that's an interesting thing right there.
Yes, exploding toilets are very interesting.
Well, how did they like toilets don't just explode. You have to do
Speak
something.
for yourself.
Well, I mean, well, I've
Trying to take
seen
away
a
my
few.
excuses. What the fuck?
Rock, how was your day today, and what did you do?
I had a really fucked up dream that I bought a new car, and my sister was driving it, and we found like a drug addict in the back seat, and Pirate was with us, and I told Pirate to throw him out the back, so he did, and then the guy almost got hit by a U-Haul, and then the cops pulled us over for throwing a drug addict out of the back of a car. And then all these other people started appearing in the seats in the car, and for some reason there were more seats. So, and then I woke up and now I'm here. So that
Did you at
was
least get the drugs from him first?
no, but his girlfriend tried to stick drugs under my seat. Oh yeah, his girlfriend magically appeared in the car too, but the cops arrested her somehow. And then we went to Hardee's and got sandwiches, and then I woke up and came here.
Well, at least you got to eat before you woke up.
Yeah, I know, right? I love Hardee's sandwiches.
I've never had one.
Ah, man, their monster burgers are like, I think they put drugs in them to make you keep wanting to come back for more. They're good.
Oh
Wasn't
yeah.
That's not a
You just gotta go
sponsor.
for that good hard
That's not a
Wasn't that-
sandwich.
sponsor. They're
That's
just
not
good
sponsored.
sandwiches.
So shit. Well, I was gonna say something.
Well,
Wasn't
yeah,
there?
that's the whole point of a podcast.
What was it? Fuck you. Wasn't there a show where people actually put stuff in their food to make people come back? Or am I just remembering this wrong? Wasn't there an actual thing like that?
I don't think it was a show, but I think that's like something they actually did.
Yeah, I think
back in
that's
the day.
something that actually happened. I have a
Yeah, it's
vague
called
memory of.
additives.
It's a vague memory of something like
I'm
that
fucking
happening.
Googling this. Okay. Drugging food.
I mean, I know there was Little Caesars that they were selling like meth out of it, and that's why the Little Caesars was so busy. But because it was in a, I
Restaurant
guess, an
and
area where a lot of people liked meth.
okay.
Well, then, the question has to be asked: who stabbed Little Caesar in the back?
Brutus,
I'm glad you remember.
again,
I didn't. Okay.
somebody put cocaine in there. What?
Restaurant admits to adding addictive drug to food to get customers hooked. This is pulled from CNN. Let's see.
Wow.
A Chinese noodle vendor in northern Shaanxi province has been detained for 10 days after admitting he added powdered poppy plant, from which opium is made, to his dishes to keep customers coming back, Chinese media has reported. The owner said that he bought 2 kilograms of the substance for $98 in August. Obviously, I changed the amounts to.
Damn, that's a good deal. Where'd you get him from? On an unrelated note.
I want to know how much he made off of his drug noodle.
He said he added it to his food to make it taste better and to improve his business. The opium-laced noodles came to light after police stopped a vehicle driven by a 26-year-old man and tested him for drugs not long after he had consumed a bowl of the noodles. The man was detained for 15 days on charges of drug abuse and was not released until family members told police how they had also eaten at the same restaurant and tested positive for the drug. So there you go. It happened in China. I wonder if there's another one.
I wonder if they do drug testing in China for their work, because if so, a lot of people just lost their jobs.
Okay, that's the same one.
Do you get drug tested for working at sweatshops?
I don't know. I don't.
Probably not. Well, I guess
I
they wouldn't
doubt it.
they wouldn't let him out to do drugs, so there'd be like no reason
No,
to.
that's not that. Okay.
Plus, they'd be sweating out all the drugs, so the people running the place probably looking for the extra energy boost.
Yeah, they make sweat bars.
So there you go. Kind of smart. It is. That is kind of smart. It's not very nice, but it's kind of smart. Jax.
Yeah.
What have you been up to today? Anything interesting happen, or did you just have a nice, relaxing day?
I just woke up a few hours ago.
Oh, that's a nice, relaxing day. Never said it was nice or a good idea. You said kind of smart,
no.
though.
It does give his food a little extra pop.
Which, I'm sorry, if you say it's kind of
P.
smart, that's kind of saying it's kind of a good idea. In my opinion.
Doesn't have to be healthy to be a good idea.
Well, no, it's
Oh,
a
he
terrible
did
idea
sell
because someone
more.
else done it.
He did sell more knobs.
Yeah, why didn't you come up with that one, Wolf? We could have been making a lot of money.
Yeah, come on, Wolf. And only spent 10 days. And only spent $100.
Yeah, but how much did he make?
Good trade-off. Well, we don't have that information.
I'd like to talk to this individual. We need to find out what kind of numbers we're working with here, because it might be worth it.
It might be. It might be worth it.
It's not
Yeah.
not worth it.
Yeah, I mean,
I was too busy dealing with toilets to think of ideas. Do you want us to pull you in here so you can tell us that idea or what happened with those friggin' toilets?
yeah.
'Cause I want to know what happened to those toilets.
Tell us about your idea of exploding toilets. I want to know how these work.
I want.
Yeah, we want to
it's
hear
not
about that shit show.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's an idea. I think they just exploded. Now, remember, we do have an idea, an invention that we're going to be discussing.
Ah,
We
yeah,
do.
that's right.
First I've heard of it.
Oh, you briefly heard about it yesterday.
You weren't there during the brainstorming session. It's an amazing idea. It's guaranteed to lower your power bill, but we'll get to that later.
We'll say though, it'll make the sweatshops very awkward to walk into if they're the ones producing it.
Well, let's not hire in China.
Here, I need to do something real quick because something's not right. Not right. Oh, I was gonna tell you guys why I was in such a friggin'
Yeah, tell us about how you lit your hair on fire today.
I didn't
What?
light my hair on fire. Why do you keep saying that?
Well, I mean, it sounded like it.
No, it did not.
There
Well,
are
it
easier
sounded
ways to become a
like-
redhead.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
it's like
mister.
hair dye. But be careful, it might turn out orange.
Where is? Do 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 do.
Or if you get Cassie to do it, it'll turn out white.
She has dyed her hair
there's
red, but if we
white.
tell her to dye her hair red, you're probably right. It'll turn out white.
Okay, I have to cover up this side. No, none. I guess I could change that. Oh, whatever. I'll have to change it in a different time. Sorry, Jack. I'm covering you.
Oh
Hi,
my.
Jax.
I thought I could challenge you to do. No, that's Pando. That's Damien over there. You're challenging Damien. It looks like he's kicking your butt. 'Cause you didn't even bet. I know that. No, you should. You've done it before, I thought. But Black's out.
Who's picking a fight with pandas?
Not pandas, with Damien, my little pando. But so when I got home, well, before I left work, I got an update on my phone because I went to go pay my internet bill. And all of a sudden I saw, hey, there's an outage in your area. I'm like, oh, that's great because we're scheduled for our podcast tonight. That, huh. That's lovely. So I was stressed out about that the whole time I got home, or drove home. Then I get home, Wi-Fi is on, it's fine, whatever, woohoo. Then Then I start looking around and I remember tomorrow's trash day, so I have to clean all the litter boxes, which are supposedly kept up by my eldest. And I think all she has been doing is like scooping. She hasn't actually cleaned the litter boxes out fully since she's taken over. So it was a lot. And
She hasn't been there all week.
yeah, this week, but I mean, like previously. I've been keeping up on them this week. And so I had to and we have 3 litter boxes. So I had to completely do those, and then my dad called and I was all stressed out. But then whatever, I got all that, got the trash out to the road, and then I started picking up my Mike's Hard Lemonade bottles and start putting them in my can bag at the top of the stairs leading down to my basement. Jack, you fucker.
What the hell did he do?
he did realistic knocking, and I almost turned to my door like, who would be here? I have no one in my house right now.
I almost got you.
You did. You almost got me with that one. If it wasn't for the little
Icon
bling thing,
Yeah.
I think you would have had me. But so
Continue.
I have like 4 of those bottles and I'm putting them in the bag, and all of a sudden apparently this bag wasn't on the hook well enough because it just falls and goes down all of these stairs. Mind you, I just got done cleaning down there from, because part of cleaning up the litter boxes, I swept the whole basement area since I was already sweeping around the litter boxes. And so now I have broken glass all down the stairs, all over my basement. I'm like, oh my god, we're going on in like 30 minutes. And I just got so stressed. And I actually had to put everything down for a second and just stop and sit and just like, okay.
That's a good intruder deterrent.
That is. I saw.
Freaking Home Alone is what it is.
Hey Jack, you got wolf though. He thought someone was knocking on my door.
They can't. They got to come up the stairs where all the glass is. She would hear them screaming before they got there.
Yeah, it's like
Assuming
Home
they were
Alone.
trying to break in barefoot anyway.
So, and as I'm cleaning that up, I gotta make sure the cats are off of it, which that one kitten Ghost is such a little asshole. But, yeah, now we're here. And I'm having a drink, because that was
But
stressful.
where's the part where your hair's on fire?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the hair on fire part.
My hair was never on fire. It's kind of like...
Oh, you mean I've been waiting like this whole
What?
time for this story about how your hair was on fire, and you're just like, nah, this is broken glass all over the stairs. Like, god damn it.
I never
That's
said my
false
hair... I
advertisement.
never said my hair was on fire. That is not...
I heard hair on fire.
Well, no, that's the story I fabricated to make it sound more interesting, and I've been waiting to hear about it, and you never told that story, so now I'm upset.
Okay. I'm sorry. Then I went into the bathroom because since it's been a long day at work and stuff, my hair was a little flat. So I took some dry shampoo and put that in my hair, and the cat came in with a lighter and lit my hair on fire.
Was it a
But-
ghost?
It was Ghost.
But cats don't
Yeah.
have a possible thumb. How do you use the lighter?
Hey, I've seen cats with thumbs. It's like a
Yeah,
weird genetic
But how would they have set off the
deformity,
lighter?
but I don't know. His name was Ring.
Well, there.
It was one of my ex-girlfriend's cats. I don't know.
Shadow held the lighter, and Ghost came up with his little paw and
Inflict it.
flicked it.
It was a team effort.
Is that good enough for you, Aries and Rog?
Yeah, I
I
guess.
don't know. This sounds like an American cover-up.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like a very real story to me.
An American. Yeah. Media gives the people what they wanted, right? Fire.
No.
Well, except for Fox News, that's bullshit. I've seen that a few times, and I've yet to see any foxes on there.
You know, never as a kid, I actually thought there were supposed to be foxes on there, and I used to watch it, like, didn't give a fuck what they were talking about. I was just hoping to see the fox, and I never did.
I wonder
No,
why.
I'm surprised they never made a kid Fox News with actual fox puppets or something. It writes itself.
Like, I just wanted to see the fox, and, I mean, Fox News is bullshit. It's nothing but false advertisement.
What news isn't?
Pretty much.
Onion News Network.
Yeah, Onion News Network. That's the go-to, guys. Go watch the Onion News for especially anything political. They're on point.
Yeah,
I've
because they
never
do it as
watched it.
satire, but yet they're more fucking accurate than the actual news.
No, go watch Simpsons. Simpsons knows what's up.
Simpsons tells the future, I
Yes.
thought.
So does Onion News. They predicted one of your presidents hiding nuclear launch codes in his fucking summer home 10 years ago.
I didn't know. I never watched or checked out Onion News Network. I don't know anything about it.
It's completely satire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anything.
So it's
Onion
like
is
every other
satire.
news network.
If-
Yeah, but this one's actually funny and has a budget.
You.
Oh, oh, okay. So it's better than CNN and Fox News. Okay,
Yep.
'cause, yeah,
Yep.
it's not a big difference between any of them, in my opinion. They all seem like they just spout nonsense.
So, what topic do you guys want to cover first?
Yes.
you guys are gonna make me pick it, aren't you?
I found a whale that talks like a human, but you can't understand what he's saying.
I could probably play this. No, I probably can't play the sound, can I? I don't
There's
wanna
no
get-
music in it or anything.
I just don't want to get hit with a copyright. I know if I show the
Yeah,
video,
God
would
forbid,
get
bloody
copyright.
Aquaman calls up a DMCA strike
I
on
think
you.
that yeah.
Wolf!
Yeah, or Poseidon.
I want to hear Wolf's fucking toilet story, but he's not coming in here and telling us about. Oh, there he is. I'm moving you in here, bud. So you be ready.
And no pressure on it being good after making us wait this long.
Yep.
There. Now tell us
Yeah.
about the. What now? What happened with your toilets? How did they explode?
So this started on Friday.
Okay.
And what happened is, so there is a main sewage line in the front of the building that starts on one side of the building all the way down the road. Now, just know, for extra information, there is a sewage treatment plant directly next to where I work. So this pipe is important to take all of the sewage in the area to the plant.
Mhm.
So they're cleaning out. So a team comes in to clean out the pipe. Whatever. Well, turns out to clean out the pipe, they have to pressurize the entire thing and then suck everything out. And when they pressurized it, the pressure backfed into our building, and raw sewage water was shooting out of all of our drains.
Oh my god.
So our toilet, our sinks, the floor drains, and our one shower all had raw sewage water spewing out of them.
And for the first time in history, the tap water in that area was safe to drink.
No, that's farther south.
Oh, that's in Ohio.
That's Flint. That's farther south.
Yes, that's Flint.
And that's not where this story ends. There's more. So, at first it was only one bathroom, whatever. So there we clean up the giant puddle on the floor. Luckily, we have our cleaning service was there, and I had mops to help, and then the cleaning service came in and cleaned the rest of it. The rest of it, wiped down everything down and sterilized, whatever. Monday comes around, and I see the same cleaning trucks pull out in front of our building. And next thing I know, I can smell raw sewage.
Oh my
I go
god.
into the bathroom, and there's a puddle on the floor. It happened again.
Oh my god.
So
It's so is this just gonna keep reoccurring for you guys?
so it only does it when they're cleaning because it's when they pressurize the pipe. So this is going to reoccur until they ended up leaving. But anyways, it ended up happening again Monday. So we cleaned it up a little bit, and they ended up, or I'm sorry, it happened twice on Friday. We cleaned it once with the cleaning service there. The cleaning service left, and then it happened again, and then I had to redo the whole thing by myself.
Oh my god. Please tell me you get like hazard pay or some shit for that.
I got a donut.
Oh
Yeah,
my
but it's shit.
God.
That shit hazard pay.
So anyway, so Monday comes around, and the cleaning service is there, and they sterilize the whole bathroom again Monday morning. They leave. Noon comes around, and the guys come back. Turns out they got rained out Friday, and they have to finish the job on Monday. And um, and so pressurized they pressurized the whole system. It shot out, but this time it shot out more water than it did the last two times. And now it's reached the back side of our building. So now instead of just one bathroom, it's both of our bathrooms.
Oh my god.
And this is just before lunch where everyone like goes on a break. So for the entire lunch period and up until the hour after lunch, the entire building smelled like raw sewage.
Oh my god.
That's a shitty
Because-
lunch.
And there's nothing that we're able to do because as long as they're outside working, they could just pressurize the whole system again, and then all the work we do cleaning is just gone.
Yeah, you gotta wait until they're actually fully done. That's so
So
basically
they
they
were-
need to let you know when they're going to pressurize the system.
And actually, it's not even the guy's fault that we're outside because we had talked to them the first day, the first time it happened, and they said that it shouldn't be doing that. There's supposed to be like some type of pressure relief valve or something.
Yeah, I was going to ask if there was like a valve you could shut off to prevent that from happening. I
Well,
thought there
there's
would be.
supposed to be like a pressure relief, but supposedly ours is blocked.
Oh, really?
So, but, and the reason I call it the exploding toilet is because when it was pressurized and happening, because I actually saw the water coming out, the whole thing would gurgle, and then it would start bubbling, and then it would just spray out of the toilet.
Yeah, it was like a whale.
Yes,
It was like a
so-
whale's blowhole.
Yes, that is
God, that's
exactly what it
wild.
was like. So it was on the floor, all over the sink, over the trash can. It was all over the walls, everything.
How did-
We had to scrub and sanitize both bathrooms from floor to ceiling.
how I couldn't fucking do it.
And we ended up cleaning it 3 times.
Nope. Can't pay me enough for it.
Well, it shouldn't be blocked anymore, it sounds like. It should be unblocked
No,
by now.
The whole thing is cleaned out, including our building. All of our pipes are fully cleaned out now.
And
Well, good.
now you
Maybe
have
now the
shit
pressure
presents.
release valve will work.
Yeah, I that'd be like the first thing
yeah.
to check. Is that
Oh, we
pressure
did,
release valve?
Yeah, we had a guy look at the pressure relief thing, and he took a look at it. He thought he cleared it out, but yeah, no, he didn't.
Well, it's cleaned out now. I guess you won't have to worry about
Yeah.
that again.
Well, that's
On the bright side, now we know how to air out the whole building because we had no other choice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
spray sewage everywhere.
Yeah, because it had happened, and I'm like, I am going to lunch. Have fun with that for the next half hour.
yeah.
So I left, and when I came back, all of the doors were propped open, which is understandable. Yeah, it didn't help
No.
because the smell just wafted through the building. Like, the front one was worse because that one was closer to the main system, and you could have the door shut, and it would go through the vents into our general, in like the next room, which just so happened to be our office area. So our entire
Ooh.
office area smelt like raw sewage, which was great. So yeah, a lot of people did not eat lunch at work that day.
But what about the ones who did?
They were in the middle of the 2 bathrooms because luckily that's where our kind of like eating room is. It's like right in the middle of the 2, and there was a door right nearby, and you couldn't smell it.
Okay.
No. Okay.
They were
So-
eating right in the lion's den.
So could you guys do that job that Wolf just did? If that was not part of your job, like you didn't sign up for that, could you do that?
If I had a full jump outfit with a helmet or something, yeah.
Yeah, I'd need like a biohazard outfit.
Technically, I have done it.
The only cleaning equipment I had on were rubber gloves.
Oh my god. What about your shoes?
Please tell me they had a shower in the building.
Yes, but
Okay.
that also had raw sewage come out of it, so you had to clean the
Do
shower.
you really want to use the shower?
You had to clean the shower before.
Oh yeah,
my God.
and also every single drain has a little like scoop, just like the toilet, where like we like I call it like the little P trap,
Yeah.
and so we had to flush like 10 gallons of water down every single drain, just to get rid of the smell. Like Tuesday morning, there was still a little bit of a smell. Turns out I forgot to run water down a drinking fountain, and you could smell the raw sewage out of the drinking fountain.
Oh, god damn.
Oh.
What is like
Don't
the
drink out of
G5 gun.
there.
So yeah, it was a very interesting time of exploding toilets.
Exploding toilets.
God damn.
Exploding toilets. No, I couldn't. I could not do that job. Nope. Like this is why I don't even work in like nursing homes or anything like that. I would not. I could not do that. Like kudos to anyone who does. Kudos to Wolf
To
here
be
who
What?
has
fair,
deal with
Clean the
that.
raw sewage out of nursing homes?
to
Well,
be fair,
wipe old people's butts. Couldn't do it.
I mean, to
I
be
had to
fair,
do that
most of it
once.
was all clear water. It was just like the smell of it. But I'm kind of nose blind, and there's other stuff that I've cleaned that smell way worse than that.
Same here. Nose blind.
My lights are a little
That's
too
a whole different story.
There, that's a little better.
But
Yeah,
I
I would
have
not
seen
wanna.
the fridge of hell, and nothing has come close to comparing to that fridge.
The fridge of hell.
It is the fridge from hell.
Fridge. Oh my God. He's
Like it actually came from hell, like Satan sent it to us.
It might as well, because it was horrid.
Now, how did you come across this fridge?
A friend of mine moved into a new house, and the old person, or like the person who used to live there, had moved out and left their fridge there, and they didn't clean it out.
Oh my God.
This fridge has sat unplugged for at least a year, maybe longer, full of food.
Oh, I got a story.
Whew.
And the insides were moving before they moved in.
Ew.
And then they just took it outside and left it there for like this, because they moved in during the winter. So for the second half of winter, all of the spring, and like 3 months into the summer, or like partway into the summer, they decided, hey, we're going to get rid of it now. And I was asked because I was the only person with a truck bed to help. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, it needs to be cleaned.
Well, now
Where's you taking it to?
the dump.
Well, they had to clean it out to like get rid of it.
Oh, fuck that. I'd have ratchet
Should I
strapped
say,
the thing
to,
shut
to
and then
legally get rid of it.
I would have chucked it in their front door.
I'd
Yeah.
have ratchet strapped the thing
You don't
shut
know where
and
they
then
live
taken
at
it to
that
the
point.
dump.
No, it's at, well, the people that were helping, like, it was just sitting in their front yard. And they didn't want it there anymore, which is understandable.
Yeah, you don't
Um,
want.
But if you were within a 3-foot radius, or should I say a 5-foot radius of the fridge when it was open, you would instantly start dry heaving from the smell.
I'd imagine.
And you could smell it from about 20 feet away. And the only reason I had to clean it out is because I was the only person with a respirator mask. And there was one point where I smelt it through my respirator mask.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's real strong, that respirator mask is. They do a lot, but they won't do it all.
Yeah, so after cleaning out the fridge from hell, like bad smells haven't bothered me as much.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
See,
If you want to imagine the smell of this fridge,
We don't.
imagine
we really know.
that's fair.
Continue.
That's fair.
What? I want to know.
Of course,
Um,
Rog does. He's kinky like
Hey,
that.
so yeah, some things that everyone's done is you take food out of your fridge that's kind of old, you throw it in the trash, and you forget about it, and the
Hmm.
next day it starts to smell a little bit. Yeah, multiply that by about 50 to the point where your eyes are watering, and then double that.
So extra rotted sauerkraut.
Yes, take that smell and then double it.
All right, got you. Yeah, I hate
It was
sauerkraut.
horrid. And luckily, I had the respirator mask and rubber gloves that I could throw away afterwards.
So, I actually had a very similar story. So, back before I got divorced, probably about a year before I got divorced, me and my husband went into our garage and we tried turning on the light. And Well, we couldn't. Like, what the fuck? So we go and check the fuse. Fuse pop. Okay, let's flip back on. Pops right again. Fuck. And like, oh my god. Hold on. We have a big floor freezer in there. You know, like the type you could put like a pig in. And we're like, how long has our breaker been popped on that? And sure enough, go over there, and it's all thawed. And we had, I think we had a cut up deer in there, a few
Oh dear.
rabbits, and corn. We we had a lot of different things in
Corn in
there.
the freezer?
Yeah, my something my ex-husband did. He liked to blanch them and then freeze them, so then during the winter we could have fresh corn.
Hmm.
Fresh corn on the cob anyway. But so mind you, this is probably 2020 at some point. I think in either middle summer 2020 or towards fall 2020. And so we're just like, okay, well, we'll leave it until winter, let it freeze, and then it'll be easy. You won't have to deal with that smell. You'll just be able to, it won't be as bad. You'll just be able to bag it up and get rid of it. Well, do you think that happened? No.
Nope.
No. Nah, not at all. And then in October 2021, I kick him out. Totally. With all this shit going on, of course, I forgot about it at this point. It wasn't until, let's see, last fall did I remember it because I went into my garage and it stunk horribly. I'm like, oh my god, I completely forgot. Like, well, fuck it, I'm not doing anything with it right now. I'll wait until winter. And so let it sit. Then all of a sudden, and then I forgot about it again because, well, life, 3 kids, shit like that. And probably about right around when things started thawing, all of a sudden it all just popped in my head. I'm like, oh fuck, I need to get rid of that. Okay, what the hell can I do? And so I'm like asking my family, like, will you help me? Will you help me? No, hell no. We're not gonna try. We're not gonna do that for you. What the fuck do you think we are?
We don't have respirators and rubber gloves. Fuck that shit.
Like, you should have taken care of it when you. Like, I don't know what to do. I need to get rid of it. You just pay someone. And I'm like, well, how much do you offer to pay someone? Like, to me, I wouldn't, no matter how much money, I would not do it. No. Offer me millions of dollars, I would not. I say, nope, sorry. And, well, so I went on to Facebook Marketplace or whatever, into one of the things for my local area and posted rotten food inside freezer. Take the freezer, it's yours. 150
Free
bucks.
to a good home.
No, I said no. I said I'd pay you 150 bucks. Probably sold it for about 50 bucks, but whatever. Or give it to whatever. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden I had multiple hits, and because most people just want the freezer because they can scrap it, but they got to clean it out to scrap it. So here these 2 guys come. This one really old guy and this younger guy, probably just early 20s. And it in this kind of broken down truck. Like when they backed up into my driveway, I'm like, my freezer's gonna make that bed sag really bad. And it did, but yeah, the whole time they are just gagging into their like little face mask that they have on. And just the cloth ones, like the ones that you got away with using during COVID.
Yep.
That didn't really block shit. Yeah, that's what they used. And I'm just like, okay, and I'm staying way back. I'm not dealing with anything. I'm like, This is what I'm paying you guys for. But yeah, and they did in a matter of an hour. Took care of everything that was in that freezer and stuck it in trash. They threw all of it in my trash cans, which kind of pissed me off because I was just hoping they would take everything and
They're
go.
like, we don't want this shit.
Yep, that kind of pissed me off. But whatever, I left the trash
How
cans in the
dare you
garage.
use my bins to get rid of my rubbish, you bastards!
Well, I paid them to take it. I paid them.
And you pay the garbage men to take the garbage.
That
No,
gets
the
taken
city
out with
pays the
tax-
garbage
that,
man.
that gets taken out of my city taxes. But so I just leave the cans in my garage. I'm like, fuck, I have a week because I think trash had just been picked up the day before or that day or some shit like that. So they were gonna have to sit there for a week. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just keep them in the garage. Hopefully the smell doesn't get too bad.
I really hope you put bleach on those.
Bleach on what?
The like inside all like the rotten, like on the rotten food
Why?
to help with the smell.
No, I just pulled it out there. When the trash day came, me and my daughter, we pulled them all out. I think there were three trash cans that were all half full because if we did it anymore, the garbage man wouldn't have been able to pick them up. So, yeah, we pulled all three of them out to the road and they were gone.
Your garbage men hated you for
That's
a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They hated your souls.
They
Yep.
probably shit in your driveway.
Whatever, it's gone. It's fucking
I-
gone.
Yeah, that, and I know
worth
what it
the
smells like.
150
to have-
bucks. Worth
Oh,
the
yeah, 100%.
150. Totally worth the
You-
150 bucks.
You actually, that story actually reminded me of two other things. I used to work in Florida for a mango farm, like fruit and stuff. And one time
Mango's a
the
fruit?
owners. Yeah. Anyways, uh, learn something new every day.
No,
Anyways,
it's a tomato.
yes. Anyways, so they had probably 30 mangoes, like at the place they were staying, which they didn't own the house. They were just like visiting. They used it as a rental. And they had like 30 to 40 mangoes that had just rotted away. So they threw them in their trash. Now remember, this is Florida. It's hot, and if you leave it outside, it's going to bake. And they threw all of the mango. They just like threw them in a bag and then threw them in the trash. And they baked. They got soggy and weighed down. And I would not dare to open up that lid.
No.
I doubt it smelt as bad as your trash cans did that day, but it was bad.
Yeah, mine had meat and veggies and. Nope.
Though I did also remember that I was actually told because all the stuff that I had scraped out of the fridge from hell, I just threw like directly into the bucket. Then we like dumped bleach on everything to help with the smell. Because trash day for them was the very next day, so they got rid of it quickly. And both of them just happened to be home on like when the trash people came by, so they just stood in their window watching what happened. And so now I can tell you what I was told. So the garbage truck pulls up and the guy in the back gets off. He walks over to the trash can and he just stares at it. And like for a good 30 seconds to a minute, he's just standing there staring at it. He's like, what the fuck? So finally he goes around to the truck and calls the driver over. The driver walks over and they both just stare at it for another 30 minutes, like 30 seconds. And then finally like they both carefully pick it up and throw it in the back of their truck and then set it down and they quickly drive away. But for like a good 30 seconds to a minute, they just stood there staring at it.
Like, what are you guys doing?
What the
did you-
fuck
what-
is
what-
this?
What did you guys do to us? Oh my
But-
god.
They thought it
No.
was radioactive. They were just standing there staring at it like it was radioactive. Should we touch
But-
that?
But like you got to remember, this is like rotten food in containers from at least a year ago, not probably
At
longer.
least they were in containers.
No,
Yeah.
not all because some of the containers were cardboard and they got mushy. Not
Hmm.
everything was in containers,
Oh.
and some of it was like fruit that was just left out. Yeah,
Ugh.
Yep. Nope.
yeah. Like there was 2 cartons of milk, but they weren't in. But all the milk was in was in like the cardboard holder, like boxes and stuff, instead of like actual containers.
I'm gonna take a guess and say that wasn't milk anymore.
I didn't look.
What you
I-
weren't curious?
I'm pretty.
I didn't.
I'm
dare
pretty
look.
sure that
Could've
wouldn't
been
be milk
cheese.
anymore.
It could have been cheese. I mean,
Yogurt
that is
would-
how you
would-
make cheese.
I didn't dare to look. But yeah, threw the garbage men off for a loop that day. Just fun.
Hey, Wolf,
Yes.
you want to hear about the Wankmaster 3000?
Yeah.
Today's sponsor, by the way.
Today's sponsor.
It'll lower your electric bill.
The Wank.
For the low, low price of carpal tunnel.
How did we think? Well, how did we think of this idea, guys?
That was Aries' fault.
Well, yeah, it always starts with Aries.
Wank
So-
is in the name. He's English. You know what was
Hey,
it.
I'm
Wanka.
just because the way that was phrased, it makes it sound like that every time somebody starts wanking off, I'm the motivation for it now.
You are.
You're not?
Maybe you are. You are on our soundboard, so maybe people like with Nitro went and got that, like they just play that while they're watching porn.
Or they're playing their own
So-
version of Whack-A-Mole.
So what is this amazing device to save me electrical?
Well, Aries.
Oh god, I can't remember the fucking sales pitch for this now.
You don't
So-
remember?
This was
You
like a
don't
month ago.
You don't remember the pocket pussy that
Yeah,
as you were wanking.
I remember the product.
All
I
you
don't
have
remember
to
the
do is
sales
just make
pitch.
something up, and I will 100% believe it.
All right, you know those like watches or whatever that keep going as long as you're alive and moving around somehow, like
Yes.
it powers the world. Okay,
Yes. I have-
imagine that, except for a pocket pussy, and every time you use it, it like generates
Recharges it.
electricity, and yeah, you can recharge your battery bank at your house with that. Lowers your electrical bill. that
So
was,
when is the
that was the
started
gist
being
of it.
So
So
when are we
the
starting
sales
the
pitch was something along
Kickstarter?
the lines of, you remember those torches where they have the reciprocating batteries so that you don't have to replace them just to recharge the torches? All you have to do is squeeze the handle. Imagine that, but with sex toys. That way, you would never have to recharge the batteries in your vibrator or your flashlights. All you have to do is keep jacking it, and it's an infinite power supply. And if you're overly excited, connect it up to your house power, and it will replace solar panels. And even better, if you charge it up enough, you can sell it off to the power companies for a profit.
Yeah, you can become
Or-
the power
like-
plant.
Or just
The-
get multiple, and your friends can help too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like everyone's saying that solar panels and wind power is the future of energy. No, it's not. It's wank power.
It's wank power.
Call
Friggin'
your
power
friends
plants are just
over.
gonna be giant. Power plants in
So
the
who's
future are
setting
just
up
gonna be
the
giant rock
the
balls or
Kickstarter
Just-
for this wonderful device?
You call up your friends, have them come over, have a circle jerk. Yeah, you can power the whole neighborhood.
I mean, why have it a circle? You can make it a pentagram. You can have an octagon. Well, like this Wankmaster's for all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, the
The
options
future
are
of power
limitless.
plants. You can start a business. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Be
Whereas
your
with
own
this toy, you can power plant your seed in it.
Now, now the only thing is that after we release the first product, we'll have to make something else so that women can also save electricity too.
Got you covered. It's called the joystick.
You can also play video games with it.
Yeah.
Become a true Twitch bot today.
The only thing that I'm thinking of is like a woman is just sitting in front of a can. She moves forward and the character moves forward. She moves back and the character moves back. She just throws her hips around and the character moves and does stuff.
Well, no, it's not even about the hips. It's about the kegels.
Yeah, you gotta squeeze.
Squeeze. The more you squeeze, the faster it goes. Type thing.
That would make the Rage
You
game
don't-
so much more popular.
Yes, it would. Wolf doesn't do kegels apparently.
I feel like that device would cause a lot more jumping in video games.
Yeah,
So?
if you do really tight, like all of a sudden, really tighten up, all of a sudden it jumps.
Recommend that you play it on platformers.
Play
know-
video games
Okay,
and save power.
okay,
Yeah.
guys. So we had this talk. What? It was about a month ago when we came up with all those ideas, right?
I think so. That sounds familiar now that I hear it.
There is actually stuff that you can actually. There is one out there for women anyway, and it's called the Parafit. Kegel exerciser with app, and you can play games with it. So it is that one. The women's one is already out there. Like it obviously it doesn't self-charge or anything like that, but
Well, it's not very good then if it's out there. It's supposed to be in there.
That was my question. Will it lower your power bill? That's the selling point of ours.
That is the selling. No, you are totally right, Rog. It does not have that power, so we need to get that out there before someone else steals it.
Like our idea is so efficient, we could literally tell Greenpeace to go fuck themselves. It will benefit the planet.
But yeah, there is you have like a training part of it, and then you have a play part where you can actually play games with it. It's like a little controller.
That you control with what?
Pussy.
Okay.
Your Kegels.
Yeah, you do kegels and you get it. You get it. Wow. Now, Jack, do you want to talk about your torture devices?
I told you this multiple times. I only know like 2 things about it.
Yes, but now we also have, which Rog has torture methods as well. I know this. Ares probably has really.
Hey, whoa, I didn't come up with these. Now you're gonna put me on a list. No, like these were historical torture methods.
Yes,
I didn't come up with these. I didn't make those.
but you
Okay.
know about them.
Anyone watching on chat, tell me, has any of you ever heard of the little boat?
Little boat.
That
I
could.
know of a bolt for 3D printing.
It's an ancient torture method called the little boats.
No, never heard of it.
Okay, what they did was they would take you to a boat, they would feed you milk and honey, they'd give you a massage with milk and honey, and then they would take a second boat, put it on top of the boat, and nail them together so that only your head is sticking out. They'd continue to force feed you milk and honey for days, and the only place, and basically all that milk and honey would give you like diarrhea and constipation and all that, and you would just basically shit yourself in the boat for days on end. Eventually, and they keep feeding you milk and honey. Eventually, bugs, worms, and all that other shit will start burrowing into the boat and start eating you alive.
Oh my god. You told. Ugh.
We lost a viewer.
That reminded me of a different way to torture people.
Oh yeah,
Well,
what was yours?
Go.
Very similar concept, except all you need is a rat, a bucket, and fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that
that's
was on one of the Fast and Furious.
yeah. That one's
movies.
actually pretty
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah.
You just tie them down, put a rat on their stomach, put a bucket over the rat, and then you put the fire by the bucket, and the rat will try to climb out, but the only way it can get out is to dig down into your stomach.
Yeah, it's the softest surface, so that's the way it goes.
The
Ooh.
other
Yeah.
thing I thought of was with the constantly expelling something. For some reason, I thought of the magical dolphin jelly.
Magical dolphin jelly?
It's just like a sex thing.
Yes,
It's like sex jelly.
yes.
What?
I was just guessing. I really didn't know anything about that.
You are correct.
I was guessing.
So basically, there is a special type of jelly that comes
Emotional
out of a
damage.
dolphin's vagina that makes the male dolphins come a lot. And they tried it on a chimp to see what happened, so they put it on the chimp's dick, and the chimp could not stop coming until it died from exhaustion.
Jesus Christ.
That's a good way to go.
So,
God-
Matt,
damn.
magic dolphin jelly.
Oh my god, we put that with the Wankmaster 3000?
And then people
Well,
can start
but
selling to sperm banks, even more money.
There
But
we
then
go.
our customers are going to start dying.
If we put a
Cigarettes
warning
for
label on
their
it, they
customers?
can't sue us.
And then there'll be less people buying gas, so that'll drop the gas prices.
Okay, that's true. It
Yay!
is better for the environment.
Which goes on to another one of our topics, Darwin Awards.
But yeah, just to bring up a point about the torture methods again, it's just really sad. It's like back then, people, like back in medieval times, they put so much effort into designing these to the point where it could take months just making one device for one person. Whereas if they were to look at today's standards, they'd be so pissed off because all you have to do to torture someone is to make them play Overwatch.
Or make them watch TikTok.
And a lot of people watch TikTok. They watch
Or
TikTok.
spend 5 minutes on Facebook.
Well, and let's see. I'm looking up some of these other torture devices. Have you guys heard of keel hauling?
Oh, yeah, that's an old
Yeah.
one.
I
Yeah, that's
haven't
an old
heard
one.
of that.
That's sailors and pirates and shit used to do that.
Yeah,
Yep.
the sailor was stripped, tied, and suspended by a rope from the ship's mast with weights or chains attached to their legs. The rope was looped beneath the ship, and once the sailor was released, they were dragged under the keel. The fatality rate was practically 100%. Well, no shit. If the person did not drown, they suffered severe head trauma from repeatedly smacking against the keel, as well as deep lacerations from the barnacles and other aquatic growth present on the hull. If
How
they
much time
sur-
they spent naked? It's no wonder the Navy turned out gay.
I know, right? If they survived and were hauled back on board, death would most likely still result from wound infections.
Yeah, because they would just throw them back in if they survived the first time. That's why it had a 100% fatality rate.
The
If you
what?
lived, they threw you back in again and did it again.
Let's see. Impalement. Now, how? Okay,
you-
I,
if you-
I I I understand what impalement is, but there's this picture of like this guy was basically pegged, and then it went
Yeah.
straight up his body through his mouth.
Yeah,
How
like
would
Vlad the Impaler did that.
how would you do that?
He had entire gardens dedicated to that.
Yeah.
But how? Like, how would you do it? Have a giant drop the guy onto him?
No, you need a stepladder.
Hey, Death.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the blood eagle?
No.
And how you do it is you have them lay down, you shove it through, and then you lift them up.
Like
Yeah,
they
I was
did
gonna
with
say that's the
Jesus.
sensible thing.
But it looks to have it stand up properly though. You would have to bury it. Like that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
with the
you dig the
body.
hole and then you pull the spike up, and then it will drop down into the hole.
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
that's
god.
what they
Oh
did
my
with.
god.
That's how they hung Jesus on the cross. That's how they did it.
Yes,
They laid the cross down, they nailed him to it, and then
That's
they
true,
lifted it
that's
up,
true.
and
And
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
it's basically the same thing, except they added the YMCA principle into it. They went straight
Yeah.
through the arse.
yeah, for some reason, yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, dude, the ancient shit, like they did a lot of they had that shit figured out.
Yeah.
A person could survive this for several days.
Yeah, that was Vlad the Impaler used to like go out in like his courtyard where he had a bunch of people like that and like have his lunch and stuff, like amongst the impaled person or impaled people.
Another version of impalement included gaunching, where the victim was thrown onto metal spikes, hooks, or rods, and either left on them to die or be tortured further by the executioner.
So the next time you have a bowl of Count Chocula and you look at the image, that's who inspired him.
Yup.
Oh my god.
You should look up the blood eagle.
That's the
It
next
was a
one.
torture method.
Oh, that's
Uh,
the Vikings did that one.
Giving
Yes.
the victim wings.
Yes.
Yeah, they could fly.
Yes.
Oh, the Crimson Butterfly.
The crimson
Yes.
I always heard it called the Bloody Eagle, but
Oh.
yeah, we call it that.
Welcome to the barbaric practice of blood eagle. Okay. Although it is highly debated whether this torture method was real or just a literary invention, either way, a rather disturbed mind concocted it. Welcome, guys.
As opposed to a sane person making all these torture methods, yes.
The blood eagle ritual was first mentioned in late skaldic poetry. The victim would lie in a prone position and be kept alive as their back was sliced open, their ribs were detached from their spine, and their lungs pulled through the opening to form a pair of bloody wings. It is hard to imagine one staying conscious long enough for this to be completed. Nevertheless, if the Viking sagas are to be trusted, this technique has earned its spot as one of the most brutal, painful, and downright terrifying ways to die. So hold on.
Yeah, if you do it right, people can stay awake through almost everything.
They
And nowadays
So-
we have drugs we can like inject them with pure adrenaline to wake them back up if they pass out. So yeah, I
Yep.
mean there's that.
And if you
too.
don't have that, just clamp a car battery to their nipples.
Yeah, that'll wake them up too, or
so,
get them off, whichever you
so
know
what?
they're into.
They detach.
You were talking about electricity. I had to.
So they would detach the ribs from the spine and and then pull out the lungs and
Well, yeah, you can't like the lungs are inside the rib cage. You have to remove the rib cage in order to pull the lungs out. You can't just like pull the lungs through the
then
ribs.
what would make the wings? Like
The
how would
lungs.
The lungs. So
skin.
what they do is the lungs are still attached, but they just pull them out and like spread them out like with the skin, like your back skin. So with your back skin spread out along with the lungs behind it, that's what creates the bloody wings.
Looks like wings.
Yeah, think of an autopsy but done from the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, because you remember when they pull them out, they don't like cut anything around the lungs. They just pull them out like still connected to you.
Ugh, gross.
Okay. Let's see another one.
It's basically a living autopsy but done from the back.
The next one I see is molten gold scorched from the inside.
That's called a
which is
vivisection.
easy.
Well, there is the bamboo method.
Oh yeah, we just talked about that one because I am growing bamboo.
For her torture
Both of the
device.
methods.
No. For torture methods. It's the only thing I can fucking keep alive, okay? I don't have a green thumb. So how you guys were explaining with the bamboo, because of how fast it grows, they would lay someone down on something that has holes in it and plant bamboo underneath those holes, right? Is that what
Yep.
I'm remembering that correctly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it would grow so fast but it wouldn't puncture them though.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
would.
would.
Yes,
Yes,
it would.
It-
My
it
bamboo
grows-
isn't sharp.
It doesn't matter. If there's anything on top of it, it will grow through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just grows straight
There's a
through.
reason it's used in. There's a reason it's used in construction.
It's very tough.
Well, no, fucking.
So imagine that round thing
Dude, my Google
slowly
history's gonna look
growing
so
through you.
Hey, mine's got an entire.
Bamboo toilet
Um,
paper. No.
Yes,
Mine's
we know
got
about that.
Mine's got the black market prices for organs on it, so I'm sure you'll be fine.
That's normal for Englishmen.
Yeah, we do like our steak and kidney pies.
Okay, The Roman candle, the ancient world's ultimate torture method. Let me just finish this article before I go over to the bamboo torture method. This is number 1. This is supposed to be like the number 1 most brutal way to die in the ancient world.
Well, the bamboo thing's still being used today.
Making it past 20 years of age.
Don't die
Okay.
from a splinter.
Yeah.
Okay, history is filled with ruthless and psychopathic figures, and the Roman ruler Nero is one of them. He hated Christians so much that he used them as human candles or torches for his garden parties. That's fucked.
I mean, it
First-
saves on the power bill.
Yeah, it really does.
They
Have
don't
some
need the
nice lighting.
Wankmaster
It's
3000.
portable.
Well, no, they got their altar boys
Portable
for it.
lighting.
First, the victims were tied and nailed to tall stakes. Then flammable liquid was poured over them before they were set alight. The fire started at the feet to prolong their suffering. Whether the Christians had rebelled against the state or not, this was a monstrous way to go. It reflects how barbaric. Well, yeah. So, like,
They
it
must have
actually,
thought the
like,
witch trials were
shows.
child's play.
I was going to say, yeah, but the Christians also did a bunch of fucked up shit like that
Yeah,
to
the
other
Crusades
people,
and shit
so
like that, yeah. But
maybe
like,
the Christians were just paying it forward.
Yeah, but see, it was okay for the Christians because they had God behind them.
Well, Nero had the Roman Empire behind him, so I mean,
Yeah, but so did Caesar. We saw how that ended.
look up Chinese
yeah.
water torture. It was a torture that lasted years.
I googled it. You should also Google it.
Chinese
Also,
Oh.
fun fact about the water torture that not many people know: everyone assumes that the water drops were done at the same rate. They weren't. They were alternated, so that way people couldn't
Yeah.
become accustomed to it.
Chinese water torture is kind of a lame one, though. Like, everybody knows about that one.
I don't say
It's-
everybody. The
They know
If you don't-
about it till I just looked
Where
it
have
up.
you been living, under a fucking rock?
They know
Yes.
about it. They don't know the actual details about it or why it's effective.
So,
Like, yeah, that can cause, like, what's it called, dry drowning and shit. Like, yeah, it can kill you if it's not done correctly, I guess. But, yeah, that one's like a really common one. Or, well, I don't know. I thought it was a common one. You hear about it in movies, TV shows.
That's
like-
because they do it wrong. The real way of doing it, you cannot go to sleep. You cannot shut it out. You are forced to
Oh,
focus on
yeah.
it because of how it's
Yeah,
done.
yeah, I mean, I know that, but I don't know. It's so commonly done in shows, like on TV and shit.
Yeah, but that's Hollywood, though. They fuck
I
everything
thought,
up.
well, yeah, but I thought everybody knew about it because of that, or at least have heard of it.
apparently, water torture started in asylums as like they believed insanity had physical causes, and that water torture could cure patients of their mental afflictions. Like that's how it first came about.
Yeah, same with shock therapy, and
Yeah.
they're basically just really sadistic fuckers. They just enjoy torturing people.
Yeah, running their fucking little tests and insane people in asylums and stuff. They were the easiest targets.
Yeah, nobody cared about them because, like, back then it
Before
was
cold
considered
water was
shameful if
released
they
upon
had
their
a
foreheads at right from a
mental
bucket above,
issue.
this treatment was also employed to cure headaches, insomnia, naturally to no success. It is unclear when the term Chinese water torture came into use, but by 1892 it had entered the public lexicon and was mentioned in a short story. Okay. 1911. Okay, this is not giving much.
Yes, the 1911, a good year for pistols.
This article
really
isn't giving
was.
much. Why the principles behind Chinese water torture work?
I already told you why they work.
Oh my god.
I mean, most torture is to just drive the person crazy, pretty much.
That was okay. It was torture that was near to the movies. They showed waterboarding. That was yeah.
Unless you-
waterboarding was in.
unless
I know
you
what
fuck it up
waterboarding
and
is.
unless you fuck it up and kill the person, but well, those are amateurs.
Yeah,
Okay.
waterboarding's such an American way of doing the Chinese water torture. Though, it's like, what if we also do water, but more?
But more.
America's all about more. I'm sure it's
More.
fine. Just add more.
Just add
It's like,
more on
yeah,
it.
we know that they've refined their technique for hundreds of years to get it perfect, but what if we just instead drop an entire bucket on their head and just take all the finesse out of it?
It's all about
Okay.
time management. People are busy nowadays. They got shit to do, places to be.
Okay.
I remember, I think it was the Greeks or the Romans or somebody that it's unrelated to torture, but they invented a water clock. It was a clock, but it was it worked solely from water droplets.
Oh, they do grow in a fucking point.
Correct.
Yeah, you probably just have yours shaved down for the kids,
Oh my goodness.
so your kids don't stab each other with it or something.
Yeah, bamboo's fucking nasty.
Slowly and very much pain. Oh my god, the sharpening shoots would then start growing and impale the back of the person slowly and very painfully. So it would start. I would rather have water getting dripped on my head than this.
Until you have it done.
I mean, I don't want either of them, but at least with the water torture, I would just go insane and then fuck it, whatever. This is just
I mean,
brutal.
with her squirter simulator, she's probably accustomed to it by now.
Yeah, she used to the water.
Power wash simulator, guys. Power wash simulator.
And
Spending
firefighters.
hours squirting all over
Them-
the buildings, other people's properties.
She drew a dick on the side of the school with her
No,
water
that was
hose.
on the roof. That was on the roof.
I suppose that would be one way of squirting on a dick.
And then
By
there
the
were
way,
titties. There were titties too.
yeah,
Can't forget
she
about
drew
the titties.
Spider
titties,
So you made a
boobs.
drew
female.
chicken
So you made a female
balls.
then.
No, there
No, they
was
weren't connected.
They weren't connected. The dick was actually coming on the titties.
Yeah, me and Stroud
But
told her
they're
to do
both
it,
on the
and she
same
did it.
building. So the building was coming on its own tits.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Making it oh my god, it was like falling on a bed of nails, but very slowly fall like the oh fuck. And
Mhm.
they're talking about how it could just be a myth, but then there's US officers who survived the prisoner of war camps later recounting this method of torture.
Yep.
Like you can't really call it false if we literally had people saying, "No, I saw it done."
You're right, we should call Mythbusters and get them to start a new season.
The
Those guys
Vietnamese
don't
used
even like
to.
each other. Those those
That would make it
hosts
even
get
better!
so fucking they did not like each other. They got so pissed at each other. That's why they stopped it, if I remember right.
The
Yeah, because
Vietnamese
actually what
used
happened
to
is
drive.
there's the original one and there's the newer one. The original Mythbusters, at first they were fine, but over time they just kept arguing over stuff, and eventually they just said, "Fuck it, we're not doing this anymore. It's too argumentative between the two of us." So they end up stopping the show, and they remade it with like 3 or 4 different new cast members that were younger, and they continued on the show. Where at some point I believe they got uh, they're no longer allowed in a certain town. Don't remember which one. Um, but yeah, they did like some stuff where like they get banned from places.
Look, there was the argument that made me watch it to begin with because it actually gave them a motivation to prove the other one wrong.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Well,
Anyway,
and when
the
there's drama and shit, it gets people to like actually be more involved in wanting to watch it and shit. Iron horse torture? Is that like the bull torture where they're just put
The bronze bull,
yeah,
probably.
where they just
Well,
put
the horse
like
one, they might be forced to sit on it.
what the fuck? They're
hey,
forced to ride a horse.
Iron
save a
horse while it's
horse
heated
and
up.
ride a cowboy.
Oh,
But yeah, was it the bronze bull or brazen bull? Whichever one it was is so much worse.
Iron
Mm.
horse torture.
I feel like the rack where you just get stretched out would be great for just like cracking joints and
Yes, just
stretching out
don't
your
as
back.
long as that
and
as
help
long
making you taller.
yes.
Yeah.
I need that. I'm short.
I think a lot of the old empires did that though,
The
like the
Spanish
Chinese and
donkey? What is
the
this?
European countries.
Okay, so Spanish donkey, medieval history's most horrific torture method. Do 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 do.
Oh, they all claim to be the most
yeah,
horrific.
they do.
No, the most horrific one is this one where you have to always be on your guard because as soon as you drop your guard and you don't expect anything to happen, bang, Spanish Inquisition.
I thought you were gonna say, and
Yeah,
then she jumps out and smacks
basically
you
the
in the
person
face.
It
is
was a
basically just like the person is just sitting on something.
it was a triangular wooden box with a very sharp top end. All
Oh
dressed
yeah, I
up.
forgot
Yeah.
about it. Yeah,
And
that's what it
then
was.
they would sit on it and their own weight, and sometimes you add weight from on their legs, and those like gravity will just pull them down onto the sharp edge.
Yep. With planks nailed together and form an elongated sharp ridge, which would serve as the horse's back. These were supported by four legs. Do do do. Yeah, that would definitely be like the worst for
Up there.
men. So, okay. Iron Bull. Cause heck, what movie was it that I watched that had the Iron Bull? The Mortals, I think it was. I think that had a, and then Red Riding Hood, I think had Immortals, or had Immortals had the Iron Bull in it as well. But okay, so Rog,
Yes,
anyone
but
anyone ask you to put a baby in them lately?
God no.
yes, you should have known that was gonna get brought up with the first episode.
Nah,
Okay,
yeah,
now the real
that's
question is: has anyone asked you to take a baby out?
no, that's a new one though. I've never had anybody ask me that, but
I mean, technically yes, because of constipation.
I've had chicks hit me up like first that like just on dating sites and shit. First thing they say to me is like, "I want a husband," and I'm like, "Well, I hope you find him." Like, but if you're looking in the wrong place here. And then I've had like three want me to put a baby in them. I'm like, okay, look,
like
I'm
almost
beginning
happened
to think
within like what 2 years of each other?
that all three times in 1 year. Uh, well, actually, more like within about 10 months of each other. I had three different chicks ask me like, "Hey, put a baby in me, or I want to have a baby, or I want a husband," and I'm like, "What the fuck is happening? That like this keeps I keep getting these." And I just keep like, okay, done with you, done with you, done with you. I had one chick hit me up, uh, telling me she was a prostitute, wanting like, I was wondering if you'd be interested in my services, and I'm like, no, why? So she was like, trying to get me to like, I don't know, I guess meet up with her and pay her to fuck me or whatever, and I'm like, no. And I'm thinking that's probably a cop anyway. But yeah, no, I was like, God damn, what the fuck is going on? This all happened like over the course of about 10 months.
We need to put you back on some dating sites and see what else
Uh,
what other crazy shit
Yep.
pulls you.
I do. I get some wild fucking messages from these bitches.
Dude, okay, so I've been off of dating sites now probably for 2, 3 months now because I'm just sick of it. I'm just done. Well, no, not two, maybe not that long. 1, 2 months.
I find it entertaining.
Yes, you find it entertaining when it's happening to me.
Yeah, it's always funny when it happens to someone else.
Exactly. Everybody laughs at me.
So, well, and here just I think it was yesterday or the day before. I'm not even on dating sites anymore. I had this one guy message me just randomly, and when he did, and he tried to add me on Facebook. I was just like, do I? Whenever someone tries to add me on Facebook and I don't recognize him, I send a message. Do I know you? And he goes, no, I just saw you and wanted to reach out. Like, okay, well, generally I don't add people unless I know them. And so I deleted the request, and he's just like, well, how about you get to know me? I'm like, okay, talk, whatever. I was busy getting ready for work anyway, so I'm just like, let's see what happens. And he goes, well, what do you do for a living? I'm like, well, I'm a financial controller. And, and he goes, oh, I have a great potential business idea. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna try and offer me a job. And sure enough, apparently he owns a truck that with one of those lift things that can work on things, either electrical wires or electrical poles or trees or whatever. And he's just like, I own my own business and I do this, and I just working out doing the paperwork and the taxes and payroll. It's just too much. And I'm like, sounds like you need to hire yourself a bookkeeper. And he goes, well, I can't. I I don't trust. I can't trust those guys or someone like that. But you can trust me? Like,
Yeah, trust some random chick that he met on the internet.
that he just randomly started messaging. And I'm just like, well, that's why there's laws. And as long as you pay them a decent wage, then they shouldn't have any you shouldn't have any issues with that. And he well, and as things continue, he starts making little comments here and then, but just talking about himself. And that's one thing that fucking annoys me. When a guy reaches out to you, but then just talks about himself. Not trying to get you involved in the conversation whatsoever. He just talks about himself. And so every time he made a comment about himself, I'm just like, okay. LOL, okay. And again, I'm getting ready for work or whatever. I'm about to hop in my car. And he thumbs down one of my okays, and he goes, "You give really short answers." And at this point, I'm sitting in my car. I'm about to drive, so I send him a voice message, and I say, "Well, you're the one who started messaging me. If you want me to actually participate in this conversation, you need to make me want to, because right now this isn't doing it." And then I sent him another message going back to the whole work thing. I said, and I will not help you run a business for love and attention. No, because he needs a bookkeeper. I'm a financial controller. That's a huge wage difference. And he would most likely not even pay me as much as a bookkeeper gets paid, because he would try and make me his girlfriend, because I've had
Yeah.
that happen before, or I've had someone else on a dating website.
Well, I thought you were just
offer
gonna
that.
work for me because you loved me and we were
Yes.
together. I didn't know I had to pay you.
Yeah, why would I have to pay? I'll feed you. That isn't that enough? So
Isn't our love enough? Ah, no, it's not.
no, it's not. And
Love
so
doesn't pay the power bill.
That's
or
right.
But
the
you
house
can
over
You
my
can with
head.
a
with the new
Wankmaster.
invention.
With the Wankmaster.
That's
Everything
what I
goes
was
back
gonna
to the
say.
Wankmaster.
If it's all about saving the environment, it does.
That's great.
God's work here.
But so after I send him those voice messages, all of a sudden he sends me back a reply. Oh my god, your voice sounds so sexy. And then sends me a video of him holding his cock, like, while in his boxer shorts, so he's not bare at least. And I'm floored at this point. I'm pissed. So I send him a fucking message, say, "That's how you get fucking blocked. Have a great fucking day, asshole." And I blocked him.
At least you're in your boxers.
Well, yes, at least he was wearing something. I've had it. They're not always wearing something.
He was standing there while he was taking that picture thinking, okay, well, how about now? Will you be my bookkeeper now? Like that I got my dick in my hand? Like,
Well,
Now that you see my bookworm.
is this enough payment for you? Oh my god. Like, the audacity of people, because I know there's women who do that who I can't talk, guys, who have done that as well. Like, it's not just men who are blowing up women and doing this bullshit. It's women too who just think they should have someone take care of them. And they just expect it. And this is dating now, and it sucks.
I also know for a while, like a good few months, like there was a whole thing on Snapchat where everyone was getting like a bunch of random um friend requests from bots, and it was just like people scamming people, like sending news wanting to be like sugar mommies and sugar daddies and
Oh,
whatnot.
That's
Instagram.
that's
for
not a
me.
new thing. That's been
Yeah.
going around for years. That is
Oh,
not
yeah.
a new thing.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I think it's nothing new. It just jumps around, and I remember for a while it was like on Snapchat, and like for like a good 3 months, like all you would get is just like 4 friend requests a day, and they're all bots. And
Yeah,
every time you would add one, you would get like 3 more the next day from like the same person. It was all like an algorithm and stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
like
3
when I used to be
messages.
on Kick, I'd have that as well.
I have 3 messages in my Instagram right now of guys offering to be my sugar daddy.
Did
And
they send you pictures of them holding their dicks?
no, they're not actually gonna send me fucking money because I gotta sign up for a membership.
All you have to do
To be a sugar baby?
is
Yep, I have and I
Yeah.
have to send them $70 or $200 or whatever for them to send me $10,000.
next time someone send you a picture of their dick, you just have to send them a picture of the Wankmaster.
The Wankmaster.
Yes.
Tell them that they need to
You look
buy
like
them.
you're in need of the Wankmaster.
Like you get the picture, and your reply is, seems a little short for me, but I have a product that I think would fit you perfectly. And now that I have the picture, I can even get you the right size.
Yep, see, thank you so much. How did you know I was looking for test subjects for our new product, the Wankmaster 3000?
And
This'll-
just
this'll
and just
save
for
you
you,
money.
we'll sculpt this one in the shape of Joe Biden's head.
And this will save you money on your business. Your business expenses.
Yeah, you won't have to pay electricity for your warehouse.
Just yank it in the office.
Diesel won't start in the middle of winter. Wankmaster 3000.
That's right.
Everything goes back to the Wankmaster. That's funny. Oh my god, guys. Just imagine we do like 40 episodes of this, and the 40th episode we're still referencing back to the
The
Wankmaster.
Wankmaster.
But it's just that versatile. Helps your
Yeah, I
power
mean,
bill.
it's very
I just
useful.
want you
Regular
to know
exercise.
Regular-
Lonely Valentine's Day.
the-
Telling
the
Greenpeace to
best
go fuck
part-
themselves because it benefits the planet.
The best part about this whole thing is that designing products for manufacturing is actually what I'm going to school for.
See, there we go.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
I actually know how to like sketch this up and get it into production.
And I'm a financial controller, so I know how to finance and run a business.
Now it goes with 3 dynamic colors.
And we all know how good I am at breaking shit, so I can do product testing.
He's gonna test out the Wankmaster 3000.
Oh my god.
So Rob,
We're
what are
gonna
you?
be rich.
Hey, Aries' forearms are gonna be. Like
I'll be the
huge.
manager.
4 arms, more like 5 arms.
Don't worry, I'll be the manager. That's my job. I'll be the manager.
You'll be the manager. What does that do? Watch Aries wank. make sure he's wanking it correctly.
Making sure I'm using the right
Documents
technique.
everything,
No,
just,
that's what I have. That's
staring
why.
him in the eyes, making sure that like he's comfortable.
No, that's what. That's
You
what
better
I have
be using the
Jack.
full length.
Yeah,
That's what
the
I have
R&D
Jack
is
for. That's what I have Jack for. Jax is Jax is in charge of quality control. He's got to make sure that like everything's like
Oh my
functioning
God.
well on the
It's
owner's
gonna
side.
be HR.
Nah, your quality control. Sorry, I don't
And
want to watch
the-
Aries masturbate.
The sad point is that because of where I work, I also know how quality control works.
Oh, see, there we go. Wha-
Because
Okay,
of
we'll
what I
can
work.
watch you masturbate then. Whatever. I don't care as long as it's not me.
Then Rog, what are you gonna do?
I'm the manager. I make sure that
Manage
like people
what?
hear about the product. I manage the company.
You're blind. How can you manage the company?
You don't need vision to fucking manage a company.
That's why he went blind. He didn't use the Wankmaster, he used his hand.
Yeah, see. God damn it! I'm like the
There's
We
your
lost
PSA,
another
guys.
viewer.
If you wank it too much without the Wankmaster 3000, you'll go blind.
We lost another viewer. God damn it! I've been watching that counter, and we lost
Rob,
two.
Hey,
Rock is in charge
we're on
of
6-7 the whole
advertising.
time. I'm happy. Whatever.
There you go. I'm good at advertising. I'm a very likable person. I have a very likable personality. I can, yeah, I'll
You can sell the Wankmaster 3000. You're the
I'll go out.
salesman. There you go.
Yeah, I'll go out on. I'll hit those streets and I'll start like selling this shit to like everybody I can find on the streets.
There you go.
We
Evil
can make it
gimmick.
affordable for homeless people. That way they can start giving back to society and actually make some money. Oh, look, we went up a viewer. All right, like yeah,
See, they like the fact that we're gonna give them to homeless
we're
people.
helping the homeless people,
and
and
if we
people
look-
love it.
Like we could have a test group in like somewhere like San Diego. We get the South Park crew to remake their song "Jacking It in San Diego."
Yeah, exactly. And we can. But we're like helping the environment. We're helping the homeless. We're helping everybody.
We're just we're
Yeah,
just
the sperm
people
banks be
pleasers.
overflowing with donations.
We're
Yeah,
people
exactly.
pleasers, guys. A lot of people are gonna be pleased out there now.
Electric vehicles too. I mean, those are becoming a thing.
Oh my
Like,
God! Imagine if you
can
hook
make them
it up.
travel so much farther now.
You can,
Imagine the homeless people starting their own gas stations for electric cars. Like they'll. I mean,
Christ.
the
imagine
homeless people are
We're gonna have to
getting
get
ahead.
licenses fees for Brazos and Pornhub.
we could take this to Tesla, guys, and be like, hey, for those people who have issues with your batteries because they keep breaking on people, just here, give them the Wankmaster 3000. It'll run the whole thing for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're
It's
still
like a
driving
Hey.
cars,
power.
right? So they're hands free.
I mean, there
That's
is a lot
right.
of room in the back of the Cybertruck.
The amount of shit that we talk about with this.
We're gonna be rich. We're gonna make the homeless rich. Everybody's gonna be rich. Money
Guys,
for everybody.
This episode was the main points that we talked about was basically masturbation and torture.
Yeah, we're really just beating out the points.
Yeah, I mean. Oh look, we went up another viewer.
We lost a viewer on my end.
Oh wait, no, we lost a viewer. Fuck. I thought that was an 8. God damn it.
Oh my God, that's great. I've
We're like in the top 10% right now because
Like, I
we got.
legitimately want this to become a thing now.
That's a view.
I'm gonna have to whip out my designing software now.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
Okay.
gonna whip out something else.
No, he has a girlfriend.
No.
I mean,
Well,
I do
she
have
can
SolidWorks,
help.
so I can help out a bit.
She can help him with the intimate design of the Wankmaster whatever
3,000.
3000.
3,000. Should we be starting with the 3,000 or should we start it with a lower number because it's the first one?
I just had
The 1500.
I just had an amazing idea
Oh, what's that?
for the Wankmaster. For those who are married to women, like there's a thing where you can actually like get it molded, and then just say, hey, send us like the mold for it, and we'll custom make it. So like,
Yeah,
so
send
that
us
it's
your wife's
for your
vagina.
partner. Yes, and we will custom make one to
Okay.
like specifically
We'll
for
need
your
a
wife or
plaster.
girlfriend.
Yeah, send us
It's
a
gonna be
plaster
really
cast
awkward, like,
of your
if you
wife's
end up getting,
vagina.
like, breaking up afterwards, but hey, that's not on us.
But see, at the same time, there's a reason why married people don't have sex sometimes.
Yeah, because they don't have a plaster cast of their wife's vagina.
Well, but if we do that, we need to
That's
have
why
a
you get it
disclaimer
molded
underneath it
before
saying
you're
that
married.
if we do that, we need to have a disclaimer underneath it saying it will be a 1-to-1 scale. We will not downsize it for their ego.
Unless you pay extra.
If you want a tighter one, you have to pay. Oh my God,
God
guys.
damn it.
Okay, and here I had other things to discuss, but these two topics have us
Yeah.
covered apparently.
We could even have like a scientific formula, like the tighter that they want it is directly proportional to how much they open up their wallet.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, they
Yep.
can give us more
Oh,
money.
that
we
can be the headline on the website.
can make their fantasy come true with the right amount of money.
Yep. Oh my God. Oh, and then we could turn it into like a whole sex doll type thing, because those things are coming in. Like, the big AI dolls.
Oh yeah, Ares could just 3D print that.
Oh yeah, that's already been a thing for a
Anime
while.
body
They're
pillow
fucking
versions
creepy
as
looking.
well.
They are so. Some of them can be look real like real. And
Like they're paying a fucking fortune for it. Like all they have to do, go to a clothes store, nick a mannequin, drill a hole, and shove a vagina in there. Job done.
well, some of them even talk now, and
Yeah.
some even have married their sex doll.
Yeah.
Like the
Good, that's
amount-
more women for me. Let him keep marrying robots. I want a woman.
Yes, guys, Rog is available. He will put a baby in you.
No, I will not.
Hook up
We'll
with
talk
Rob.
about it.
We'll talk
He
about
will help you get rid of a baby.
Just to clarify, by that we mean he'll go down to the orphanage, grab a baby, bring it over to you, and shove it back up there.
Yes, I might do that. But no, I'm not. No, I'm not impregnating random women. I don't need that in my life. That's too much.
Before he went blind, he had really awesome eyesight, guys. Though, so like
Oh yeah, as a #1 shooter.
in Louisiana.
Yeah, down in the bayou where we used to hunt alligators. I used to be able to shoot them right through the eye,
Oh my god!
100 yards.
I still can't remember where the hell you're from.
Louisiana this week.
I'm totally blanking.
It's funny because if I bothered to decided to shock bite, I could tell you, but this is funnier.
This is gonna be a bit for until I finally remember. Or
I want to
guess
see how
correctly.
far west I'll get.
I know
If
you're
it makes
not
you feel
west
any
though.
better,
I know
I
you're not
also
west
don't
because you're in
remember.
my time zone.
I want to see how far Midwest I can get.
Okay. Right,
I'll give you a hint. If you're looking for a rock, the easiest way to find him is just look for a body of water.
Oh god, yeah, that's a problem. I always end up finding water.
Oh my god, Bigfoot.
What about Bigfoot?
Okay, so when we were playing Bigfoot, that's when you first told me about that you always find a body of water. So when we were playing the game Bigfoot, I all of a sudden me
Oh yeah, I fell into the fucking river
Like-
No,
within a couple of
what
minutes.
actually happened was that Rock had gone missing and we were looking for him, so I told you to
Yes.
go look for a body of water. It was like, Rock's immediate response was, fuck you, silence, I found water.
yes, and then that's when I showed up right behind him, and he's stuck in some trees right next to a river.
I was trying to
I
get out of
will
the
say-
water.
In that game, I was the only one to I was the one that found the one spot that would lock you in between a bunch of rocks where you just couldn't.
Oh
get
my
out unless
god!
you
And then
died.
I got stuck in it. I'm like, oh really?
because everyone just
Yeah,
no
everybody
one
kept running
just
over.
jumped in with me. I'm like, oh okay.
Because we knew we were gonna
We're
have to
here
start it
now.
over anyway to get you out. Might as well test it out.
It's like, hey,
We're like,
wait,
well,
you can
Bigfoot
really
might
get
as well
stuck
just
in
come in
there?
here.
Hold on. I think he did. I think Org was playing as Bigfoot, and I think he went in there too, didn't he?
No, he
Yeah.
couldn't. He couldn't. We
Oh,
could-
he couldn't fit.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was
that's
too
Yeah,
big.
the
He
Bigfoot
tried, but he was
couldn't
too
get us.
chunky.
But so we were all stuck right there. Aries was. Were you in that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Aries, me, and Wolf. And
Yeah.
Org was Bigfoot. Oh my god. That was so funny.
I don't know how. I don't even remember how I fell into that spot. I just remember getting stuck there.
I think you were just trying to hug the side or something.
I don't
No,
remember.
you tried to jump the gap, but you misjudged the distance.
Maybe that's what it was.
Oh. Hey, have any of you started playing Diablo 4 the new season today?
I haven't. Me and Derek's gonna start tomorrow.
Level
Did,
up.
did they
Level
release the new patch yet, or was that next week?
That was released on the 18th.
Uh,
So
yesterday?
2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta let me know if that ends up nerfing it or.
From what I understood, no, they're nerfing some of the shit with the barbarian, I guess. So anybody that plays barbarian are gonna be whining, but I don't play a barbarian.
Yeah,
I was going to, but now I know not to.
Did you look at the link that I sent you?
Uh, I I mean, I clicked on it and then I opened it in my web browser, but then I
Got
think I
distracted.
got distracted and started reading about meat falling from the sky in Kentucky.
See, you are from Kentucky. What was
It was a lake I found about a meat shower,
a
a
meat shower?
Yeah,
Kentucky
how'd you
meat
think?
shower.
A meat
How do you
shower.
think that they started the KFC franchise?
Yeah, Kentucky meat shower. Like it was like back in
Is that,
1879 or
is that like
something. Fucking
bukkake? Is that like
no, like actual chunks of meat started falling from the sky in Bath County, Kentucky.
from what? Like, how did that happen?
It happened in 1879, so nobody really fucking knows. Some people think that it was from vultures being frightened because, like, whenever vultures get scared, they'll puke to lighten up their body so they can, move faster and get away.
Isn't there
But
also a thing where it can just like rain fish?
yeah, that's from like tornadoes and shit, though. The same happens with frogs too sometimes. Or I guess if you're more biblical, that's like some of the plagues or whatever. Whenever fish and frogs and shit start falling from the sky, but
Sharknado 72.
yeah, I had a buddy tell me that Sharknado and Z Nation takes place in the same universe.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what Pirate told me.
How many Sharknadoes are there?
Oh, I don't know. I was just talking
Many.
about the first one, or
Well, no, I think there
whichever
was
one.
even a Sharknado in space. Like you, yeah,
There's tornadoes in space now. Okay, well,
Sharknado.
7.
7. There's 7 Sharknadoes.
Jesus
With
Christ.
the most recent being from 2018.
Yeah, and I think it was labeled as the last one.
Yeah.
Wait,
13,
that's the problem with
14,
Hollywood films. When they've
15,
been around for too
16,
long, they have to
16,
end up with a
17, 18.
fucking space film at some point.
Yeah, like what?
Now the real question
But
is, how many
there's
Fast and Furious movies are there?
10, I think, or
No,
11.
11. So there's a lot. I think they're still carrying on. I think Vin Diesel wants to just keep going.
Yeah, he wants it to just be cars
12.
and shit like it used to be. Now it's like spaceships and fucking airplanes and all kinds of other crazy shit.
There are 12.
There are 12. I haven't seen past
Oh,
the one that Paul Walker died making. Like, well, not making, but they were currently
Oh,
filming
that
that
was
one.
a while back. That was
Yeah.
6.
Yep, that's the last one I watched.
That was in like 20. They made that in like 2013.
Yep, because I remember going to theater
Or no, I'm wrong. It's 7.
and crying at the end of that because of
Yeah.
the
That was
then you're not
2015.
gonna want to watch the new one
why.
because they bring
But
him back.
oh,
Oh yeah, 'cause they bring it
zombie.
the zombie, they bring him back, but his brother plays it, right? I think.
I think so, but
But
did
I
they
think
also bring back like the Japanese guy that died in Tokyo Drift?
they? How
I
did they fucking pull that fucking shit off? It's
something about how he survived the explosion or some bullshit, and then he hid away for years, and he just showed up as like a covert agent or some shit.
they're all covert agents, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Michelle Rodriguez came back too from the dead.
Yep. So like
And
every person, it's just like Marvel. We're like, oh, you're dead now. Yeah, no, no, you're not.
Yeah, it's a shame that they didn't change the hair color because then I could have called that the real Red Dead Redemption 2.
fucking dick.
Which one was Michelle Rodriguez?
The hot Mexican with long black hair.
I was gonna say there was like 2 hot Mexicans in the first one, I think.
The lady that played the barbarian in the Dungeon and Dragons movie.
Oh
I
yeah,
never
I forgot I was
watched
gonna
that.
watch that.
It's a good movie.
It's
I
cute.
never
Compared
watched
to
that
the other
movie.
movies that have come out recently, it was a good movie.
Okay, yes.
I
I
I
didn't.
wanted to watch it because it looked like that they actually had a sense of humor this time, and they just didn't act like they're all on Botox.
But see that like I liked it. It was very very family friendly though, I will say. And that's what kind of disappointed me because with Dungeons and Dragons, they generally it has similar sense of humors to what we have when people play Dungeons and Dragons. That's how I feel anyway, because it's a role playing thing, and you don't role play it just to be silly. You role play it to be dirty, raunchy, fucked up type deal.
Yeah, so like the kind of downside to it is that they did like lay the script out so that kids could watch it. Where I feel like if they made it so like young adult to like the adults like to the people that are a little bit older that actually play D&D, if it was made for those, it would have been a little bit different, a little bit better of a story. But there was a couple moments in there that were quite funny.
Yes, I totally agree. Like me, I took my oldest daughter who's 10 and she loved the movie, and like I said, very cute. Now I know I can let my younger ones watch it because I didn't know fully if yeah. I that's the only reason I
It'll
was
be
kind of
fine. I grew
I
up with stuff like South Park, and I turned out okay, mostly.
I
I will say,
actually hmm
do you remember the one scene where the one I want to say like knight character was walking away from in like a straight line? Apparently that was by accident, where like he was supposed to get like a sign to stop walking, and they just never gave it to him. So he just kept walking in a straight line no matter what, and they just kept it in. So I thought that was pretty funny because that reminded me of a different movie, as well as like I could 100% see an NPC doing that. And the other part I loved was with the dragon.
you have to remind
Just
me. Spoilers.
that
Spoilers.
Oh my
that's
god, there's a dragon in Dungeons and Dragons? I never would have
No,
guessed.
no,
I
no.
know.
I just meant if he was gonna go
Was it a
further and
naughty
talk
dragon?
about it. Oh my god.
I'm hesitant to talk about it just in case there's people who have not seen it and
Like
want
Aries.
to see it. And yes, that's mainly the reason. Just in case Aries doesn't want to be spoiled.
It's a dirty dragon.
I like the dragon part
I
because
liked it.
it's
I liked
funny.
it. I like at the end the what is
The
it?
hell was that?
The owl bear.
Yes,
That's my favorite part.
which technically in D&D you're not supposed to be able to turn into an owl bear, but the DM has the almighty power, and if the DM says it's okay, then it's okay.
The Boomkin?
The Boomkin DM.
No, the Boomkin from like World of Warcraft. They're like owl bear thingies.
I
Or the Moonkin, and then there's the Boomkin,
I have
and
no idea. Just
no
like
idea.
take a bear, make it a little bit larger, and give it feathers and like in a beak.
yeah, that's
Moon
I
bear.
think what those things are.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Same thing.
Okay. Well,
Probably.
guys, we are coming up on 2 hours.
2 minutes? Jesus
I know,
Christ, it's
right?
going on forever.
That's a long ass fucking 2 minutes.
Uh,
What?
Wait, if you
will
had the
say, though,
Wankmaster, those 2 minutes would go by like a fucking flash.
there were a couple of moments in the D&D movie that reminded me of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
A
Yeah.
lot of films take inspiration from Monty Python, and they're going to for pretty much
Long.
forever.
Yep. They were classics.
Well, we better start shut down the
The
podcast then.
Sorry, I was writing down an idea for the next podcast. Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here. Obviously, we have me, Death Kitten, Aries, and Rog, and then we had Wolf, who decided to just randomly pop in and tell us about some exploding toilets, and Jack, who decided to tell us about his his torture methods. The torture.
Yes,
I
Everyone's
get
Jack
free
says the
content.
best.
everyone's gonna think that Jack is torturing people now.
Yes. Thanks.
Yeah, and Wolf
And
is just in
only
here to
thanks.
shoot the shit.
My bad, Jack.
He's been very quiet this whole pod. You know, he's like got somebody tied up in his basement. He's been poking him with a stick this whole time.
No,
Well, I
boats,
wouldn't poke
little
him if he would
boats.
shut up.
I know, he's been sending me their body dimensions so I can make the proper Iron Maiden.
Thanks again for that, by the way.
Well,
No problem.
somebody has to test out the Wankmaster.
Well, there we go. Yeah, this is how we test.
Yeah.
Product
Is it a
testing
torture
is not on
device,
people
or-
who are held captive. No.
Oh,
So
was
the-
this? Sorry, I can't hear you right now. I've got a bad signal. I'm stuck in the carpal tunnel.
Oh my
Can't
God.
hear ya. I need more power.
Okay, so it could also be used as a torture device. That's
Well, yeah, especially with that gel that
yeah.
Wolf
If you
brought
get
up.
Wolf's magic sex gel, it'll make them, you know.
Yeah, and then it'll look like
You
an
know.
accident, right? Because it looks like he just
Yeah, he
masturbated
masturbated
to
himself
death.
to death. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that we're coming up to the closing few minutes, we have to pretend that we are awkward when we say the word stuff like cum and wanking off. We have to be extremely awkward about it now.
On the bright side, though, if the person passes out from using the Wankmaster, if they have nipple piercings, they can just jumpstart themselves.
Oh my god.
Don't you dare say it wrong.
Yeah, that's what the car battery's for.
Rog,
That's
don't.
what I was thinking.
Rog, don't.
She's like,
Rog, don't. Clocks. Hi, Clocks. Great time to pop back in. Hi.
Hi,
all right,
Clark.
we're talking about nipple piercings. Hello.
No, glitter nipples.
So, speaking of music bands, what's your favourite, Def? Is it AC or DC?
I've been in for a bit. Well, I'm sorry about that, Clocks. Anyway, guys, we're probably gonna be making this a weekly thing. I did put in our Discord in chat if you end up wanting to join our Discord server. And who knows, you'll probably hear us talk about our ideas in random chats because that's what we do. We game and we talk about this kind of shit. And it ends up
And
being
sometimes more.
sometimes more.
Yes.
Actually,
It's very
usually
exciting
usually a
sometimes.
lot more. Usually a lot more. This is actually kind of cooled down from a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, it's the first podcast. I didn't want to go too crazy.
Yeah, this is our PG-13 version. Like, we're actually toning it down.
This is- yeah. It gets really raunchy. It gets really bad. So definitely.
Good old shelves and closets.
Oh my god.
I think somebody's torture person's getting loose.
That one's Aries. Aries torture buddy is getting loose. We can need to run off and get him.
God damn it, I thought I locked that door.
Everyone, you guys have a good night. We will
Get
see you
back
on the
here, you
next one.
bastard.
Have a wonderful night, everyone. And Ares is off chasing his torture slave person.
with the Wankmaster.